But I'm excited. Here we go. Real quick. Oh, I think I'll keep the chat there. I was gonna like minimize it, but I don't want to do that because it'll kind of mess up my resolution. March 24th. Next year. Okay. I will say, and I mentioned this in a previous stream, the fact that I can stream over Wi-Fi? I don't have to run a cable across my room. I'm gonna try not to pay attention to the actual YouTube chat because I don't think they ever read about this stuff. Oh, Resident Evil 4 remake? Okay.
Condor 1 to Roost. I've located Baby Eagle.
We're gonna get gameplay? Wow. Okay. Wow, okay. Looks good. You know,
You, me. Picked the wrong spot to vacation, eh?
I think the subtitles are slightly off. Or the caption.
You will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I got a second message. Oh, Brandon.
If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain,
Raccoon City.
even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
Okay, there it is. PlayStation 5. RE engine. Yeah, okay, so I guess they're using a lot of the what they built off of Resident Evil 2. PlayStation VR 2 content also in development.
State of Play returns, and we've got some great PlayStation updates to share with you today. And thanks to
Close these
Capcom for
captions.
kicking it off with Resident Evil 4, coming to PS5 with PlayStation VR 2 content also in development. Now let's get a sneak peek at 4 games in development for PlayStation VR 2.
Now, let's take a look at him. Wow. Well, Ethan Winters. You escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you? Let's see how special you are.
Yes, Mother.
Alright, what's up, Brandon? I just texted you, but I was gonna say, let me know if the audio or anything sounds off. Because I tried to configure everything correctly before I went live, but you never know. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to make sure the audio for the I guess the desktop audio isn't too loud, so I can turn it up a little bit. I actually kind of wanted it to be low, but let me see if I can do this. I might be a little bit louder. I didn't play Resident Evil 8. I didn't play that one, so I'm not as excited. Something I think I said before you got here is that, like, I'm not too pumped for the state of play, as I've heard that these aren't really that exciting, but I just like the fact that I can actually do this now.
To question me? You, who emerged from the putrid waters of the bayou to plunder our righteous gains and cut our throats like a demon in the night. What have you done to ensure the future of this forsaken city? You, who have brought nothing but chaos. When death was swallowing this city whole, it was I who resurrected it. It was I who shined as a beacon of hope for all. The tower cries out for blood, and I vow to spill it.
You're not hyped for VR?
When
I
the
mean,
bells ring, the
I'm a little bit hyped for
soul
VR only because, you know, we have PlayStation 5s, man. So we might as well, like, take advantage of it.
Welcome home,
You gotta play a horror game.
tourist.
Well, also, I think I read that there might be some Horizon VR stuff. So... Mr. Thryden, dude, what's up, dude? How's it been going? You know, something that's almost as amazing as this, or like more amazing than the state of play, is actually the chat, man. Yeah, the only two events that I'm for sure going to be trying to stream... Oh, here's the Horizon one.
Where are you taking me? I asked you a question. Everyone says Reyes is a good shot.
Yeah, and he'll put arrows through both of us. You're switching with me.
It's a snap mob. We're not gonna make it.
I wonder if the games will be like $70 though. That's one thing I'm kind of wondering about. Or if they'll be 60 on PSVR.
Released from prison. But why? Redemption is still possible, Reyes. Climb the mountain. Find out why the machines are attacking.
Also, I'm pretty sure this isn't my stream, and I can't get over it, but it does look a little choppy. It's 1080p 60. But I feel when it showed the last PSVR game, I kind of thought the same thing. I just didn't comment on it.
Do that, and you shall be a free man. It will take all your wits, your skills, and courage.
You know, because I haven't even played Horizon Forbidden West, I wonder if any of this stuff is in that game, or if this is just like its own pocket universe.
In the shadows, Reyes. Now it is time to climb into the light.
Also, something I think that doesn't do this enough justice is the fact that it looks way different when you're playing in VR
Hi, I'm Ben McCaw,
versus
Art
just looking at it
Director
on a
Guerrilla.
display.
I hope you enjoyed your first look at Horizon Call of the Mountain, coming exclusively to PlayStation VR 2. We're also happy to announce that a big update to Horizon Forbidden West, including New Game Plus, will be available to download on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 today.
Oh. Alright, as the person who didn't play this game yet, some of the stuff being in there will be, I guess, be kind of cool. New weapons and trophies. Okay.
For details on this free update, please check out PlayStation Blog. From all of us at Guerrilla, thank you for your continued support, and please stay tuned for more
Transmog.
updates to come.
Yeah, I mean, the fidelity mode is actually the thing I'm most curious about. Because
Get ready. A PlayStation fan favorite is coming to PC.
something that's... Oh, PlayStation fan favorite? No way. No way.
These past few years,
Ooh,
sacrificing
Spider-Man.
so much and asking for nothing.
If you want to change the world, you have to be the kind of man who can make the hardest decisions.
I was gonna say fidelity mode is always interesting to me because
I'm gonna go,
as far I could be wrong on this, but I think that usually it's like
You can't just push people around
I'm
like
gonna turn this down on my end at least.
Ask for help next time.
Time to bring back the glory.
Oh, it's all DLC too. I guess that makes sense.
Did you just leave your clothes on the kitchen floor?
It looks really good. I'm gonna have to boot up. Well, I didn't play the updated version on PS4 or 5, so could look as good. Oh, the cat game. I think what I was just gonna say was. Oh, hold on a second. The cat game. I think I was gonna say was about the fidelity mode for Horizon. I could be wrong on this, but I believe that there's normally a like 30 FPS version where it's 30 FPS, but you get ray tracing and all the bells and whistles. And then there's a 60 FPS version, but that's usually 1080p 60, but everything's like super smooth. And then, as far as I know, I think it's maybe Devil May Cry, and I think Spider-Man, and I guess Miles Morales are the only two games I know of where they have like I think it's called Fidelity RT, like which I guess stands for ray tracing maybe, where you get all the benefits of 60 FPS and the ray tracing. It's like you just get both. So maybe that's what's coming to Horizon. Maybe it was originally a just 30 FPS or the performance mode, but now it's like you're getting the best of both, like Spider-Man. That'd be cool. I mean, when I do get around to playing that game, that's the mode I would play it in.
Mysterious Cyber City in Stray, coming to PS5 and PS4 July 19th. PlayStation Plus Extra members and higher can download Stray at no extra cost when it launches next month.
I think I was gonna say.
Games that will get your heart racing.
I think I was gonna say, Thryden, that like there's this event that I was gonna stream because I just really finally have a PC where I can stream something, and then the other one is Summer Game Fest. I think is June 9th, so next week. Those two events I'm streaming, and the rest of them, like, I'm good. Wait, is this that spiritual successor to Dead Space?
Did you know that they call Callisto the dead?
Callisto, yeah, I think this is the Dead Space thing, or the spiritual successor, right?
Like you would have been if I hadn't fished you out of that wreck. So whatever you're holding on to right there.
Yeah.
That's your old life.
And I'm officially in the camp. It's been a while, but
Because your new life.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's something different.
In my hands.
It was not the spiritual successor to Dead Space.
Trying to give you a chance at rebirth.
Oh, maybe it is. Hold on. So I should point out also, I could have said this at the beginning. Because of how big my monitor is, this display is actually really huge on my side. But I guess on the stream, it looks like it's kind of like in a smaller window. Oh! Yo. Yeah.
I just love that last part.
I mean, oh man.
Gives me chills every time.
Well, I think, ooh, I think I was gonna say that like I'm in the camp now where, whoa, that ate that whole dude's head. The dude's whole head. December 2nd of this year. Okay, I was gonna say I'm in the camp now where like you got to show gameplay. I used to be like, oh yeah, CG cutscenes, but with the state of a lot of games coming out, nah, you got to show me gameplay. Speaking of,
In the year 2030,
this looks like this game Manny was playing.
a new blood sport grips the globe.
I'd know it if I
And in the arena,
heard the name.
there will only be the victorious and the dead.
Oh, never mind. There's something different. It might be from the same developers. I must have missed this, Thryden. What is SGF? I'm trying to think of like what they've shown that like SGF. Oh, yeah, Summer Games Fest, yeah. Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna stream, and assuming things sound good here, I'm gonna leave my settings the same and stream that.
The world is watching. In Rollerdrome.
Sometimes I wonder if things will ever be normal again.
Is this a Capcom game? Nope. Definitely not. Oh? I was gonna say, they don't do anime, but...
The world hasn't ended yet.
Man,
It's not hopeless.
this is gonna be copyrighted.
I won't let anyone else get hurt.
I gotta say though, I'm gonna like export this right after I'm done streaming, so that like, cause Twitch will mute it, I'm sure. This music is way cooler than the way this game looks.
I'm going to miss them.
Hold hands.
Look forward to seeing what you can do.
Okay. So he lost his arm like Nero, and now he's got some power and teamed up with Eternites. Eternites? How are you supposed to say that? It's supposed to be like Eternal Knights, I'm sure, but like Eternites?
Action games and dating sims collide in Eternites.
Eternites,
Coming to
okay.
PS5 and PS4 next year. Let's check back in with Capcom for a new look at an upcoming heavy hitter.
Upcoming heavy hitter? No way. Metro City? It's Street Fighter. It's Street Fighter 6. Yeah, there's Hugo. Here we go. Oh man. Yo, that logo is legend. Did you see the Capcom logo? So we have Luke.
Looking for strength.
Luke training.
It's not like a game. This journey doesn't have a real ending. Okay then. Hope you're ready to begin.
Okay.
If you want to start off on the right foot in this.
Yo, is that what the game is gonna look like?
Yeah, hey there, I do this. Never fear lose. And when I get up in the game, y'all be improved. A real problem, but I solve them all face proof. And if you think I'm going forward, then you talking fool. Yeah, y'all wanna win, let me spin, boy.
Let's go. Whoa, what are we looking at? What am I looking at? Okay, let's keep it together. Hold on. Hold on. That's what the game is gonna look like? It looks kind of like Tekken. Alright, this is about to blow up the internet. This is about to blow up the internet. Just give me the hip hop. That's what I wanted. Like, just keep the hip hop. What was his name? Okay. This looks kind of goofy. Like, it looks cool. But like... Ooh! Wow! This looks... Okay, it does look clean. I can't believe they're showing so much. There's your super critical art. They showed like, yo. Okay, all right, I'll give it up. Hold on. That guy was wearing Jordans. Did you see that? That guy was wearing some Jordan 1s. I'm pretty sure they were Jordan 1s. Wow. Okay. All right. That looks cool.
That was your first look at Street Fighter 6 gameplay.
They changed the logo.
Calendars, it comes to PS5 and PS4 in 2023.
All right. So for all the fighting game
Now
heads.
it's time for 2 indie adventures arriving later this year.
It does look very Tekken-y, for sure. I noticed. But I thought, like, as much combat as was shown, it looks cool. Like, it does look cool. And it looks very different than, obviously, Street Fighter 5 and 4. I feel like I'd kind of need to see it again. I need to see it again. I'm not going to do any sort of breakdown, but I just kind of, I'm picturing it. It looked, like, kind of slow at first, which is kind of what reminded me of the Tekken stuff. Capcom at it again. Combining Roman numerals with the actual number and one logo. Oh, I didn't even know if I noticed they did that. Well, I know they got criticized heavy about the previous logo. So they probably wanted to change it. But the fact that it's not, the thing that I know people are going to talk about is that it's more than just the fighting game aspect. Man, I got to text Roddy, man, because like that was something that we used to talk about. When I used to do the Street Fighter podcast, I was like, there has to be more to Street Fighter than just the fighting game aspect. Like there has to be something for like the casuals and whatnot. Because if you're not involved in the CPT, essentially playing at a competitive level, the game dies. Because that's it, you have to play at that level. So the fact that they have like an adventure mode aspect to it, that's good. I'm actually more interested in that than I think I am in the main game. It reminds me of you remember the Naruto games, Brandon? Yeah, it looks like there's some exploration to it. You remember like the Naruto games, how you could run around as Naruto around like the Hidden Leaf Village, but then it had like its own combat where you had like you fought like in that 2D 2.5D space. Ultimate Ninja Naruto game.
The world was telling her its secrets.
That's what I think it kind of reminds me of too.
She even figured out what will happen to us.
I should be talking about this game, but kind of still hung up on the Street Fighter thing.
Is it going? Is it gone?
Not yet.
I think the big thing to come out of this was probably the Street Fighter 6 thing. Oh, or in addition to the release of our newest trailer, we'll also be starting interviews with the media, where we are excited to share even more. Though the world finds itself in turmoil, we'll continue to focus on what we do best, making games. For if, through entertainment, we can provide people with something they can truly enjoy, maybe we can bring a little happiness to these hard times. And now the trailer. Alright, listen, Street Fighter 6 is cool. I'm more excited for this. Let's get it. In a world ruled by tyranny and turmoil, there are those who would fight to take back control of their fate. Okay?
Who are we? What are the dominants? The power we wield. It wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us. That its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon.
Damn. These summons are crazy looking.
There's going to be another war, isn't there?
Every day we delay brings us closer to disaster. We must.
Yo, is that combat? Is that gameplay combat?
biosphere into the abyss.
Okay. There's a lot of numbers on screen.
Ignite the dominance, that we may bring an end to the strife, and found a new order to see us unto tomorrow. If I take the field,
You hear that FF14 that was in there?
shake the island to its foundations.
These summons are insane. I wonder if you control them. Like if you play as them. I can't tell if these are exactly... Okay, yeah, Ifrit and Garuda. This one is crazy. Was that Alexander?
Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
So, I mean, the summons are super, it looks like critical to the story. And they look so good. Alright. Alright. I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this one. No release date?
Awaken, child of fate. Awaken, Ifrit.
Oh, it's okay. It's next year. But okay. Alright. That looks so cool. That looked very cool. There was a little bit of that FF14 in there. I heard it. It was like dun 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 dun. I heard a little bit of that. So I thought that was cool. I think the two highlights for me out of the state of play were like I said, Street Fighter 6. Resident Evil 4, I said 2. I'm gonna say Resident Evil 4 because one of the things I didn't comment about when it came to Resident Evil 4 was that I mean I played that game back when it came out and I only played it once. So I'm not as like it's not as a touch tone game for me as it is for other people. But I mean that's also coming out 2023. So that might be one of the, depending on how that goes, that might be the first remake that well no, because I played RE2 remake. I would say the first remake I played, but only because I don't really remember Resident Evil 4 that well, so I might actually play that one. So yeah, Resident Evil 4 remake, that was a highlight. Street Fighter 6 was a highlight. Capcom showing up and stealing the show. And then Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy has a weird track record when it comes to their stories, but this one just graphically just looks insane. It looks so good. So we'll have to see how the world building goes. I'm going to be much like the producer said, I'm going to be paying attention to some of the marketing stuff, but that's it for me. I'm going to go ahead and I guess log out from here, but I will be back stream. I don't know if I'm going to stream anything this weekend, but I think the next time I'm for sure going to stream is the Summer Game Fest. So I'm out of here. FF16 looks sick.